Good evening everyone and welcome to Invictus Racing League Tier 2, brought to you in partnership with Grid Finder and Venturi Studios. Today I have a special guest alongside me, Nathan, otherwise known as Mermaid. How are you today?
I'm doing well, thank you. And yourself?
Yeah, not doing too bad. So tonight we are racing around Singapore, a famous track under the lights. Scotty says he's not home yet, so he will not be making tonight's race. That is fine. We've got 11 people on the grid tonight. Bit of a quieter race, but it's never quiet around Singapore. Is this a track you're very familiar with?
Not really. I think I've probably raced it 3, maybe 4 times. I think my last race around it was in the Williams on RP.
Yeah, I've not raced Singapore for a little while. I missed Mondays, so...
I think I came out with a win in the sprint on that as well, somehow.
I remember. I actually remember that now you say it. Yes. Lord knows how that happened.
I messed it all up in the actual race though, but we won't talk about that part.
I do remember that. Let's go on board then with Matty Rudd on a flying lap. Centre purple first sector, although he's the first one on a flying lap, so that's to be expected. I'm not too sure what kind of time we're looking for pole.
No, I can't say I watched Monday's race either, so I wouldn't even know the rough estimate of times.
No, I didn't either, and I've not gone back to look. I've not had time.
But we'll just have to wait and see.
Time will tell.
Yeah.
Probably thinking each other a good tow down the minimal back straight we do have. For a heavy braking zone into the right and the left hand there. With one final corner left to navigate, a tricky corner, the final one. You can either choose to take a lot of curb and cut through the corner, or take it wide and swing it around, but that's more of a race pace. And a 1:30.9 then for Matty Rudd so far. Not a bad time.
I believe it might be... Simon Palmer goes a bit faster by 4 tenths, setting a 1:30.5.
Yeah, good time for the AlphaTauri driver. Let's see what Yellow can do. He's been quick, and he does go quick. A 1:29.3, over a second faster than Simon Palmer and Matty Rudd. A brilliant time. Ginger Tiger, as always, out on the medium tyres just to set a banker lap, but he's still a quick time, a 1:30.5 on those mediums, so he'll be one to watch out for later.
Luke Bailey comes in with 1:29.7, putting himself into P2 currently.
AlphaTauri is both top 3.
Yeah, it's another good starting lap.
Just seeing if
How
I can...
do you tend to do your qualifyings then? Do you take a soft or medium to see how the setups go in?
Honestly, I think I had a similar conversation with JP. I just always go for the softs, 3 soft runs. I don't really see the point in taking some mediums. The saving the soft doesn't really help. They're not really viable unless it's a late safety car, and really 1 lap or 2 laps extra on them is not really going to hurt too much. I'd rather just try and get what times they come in.
Yeah.
Yourself?
I normally just go for softs. I'm not too big on the qualifying front.
Yeah, I haven't got time to mess around.
Oh, Luke Bailey. I think no, it's not. It's Martin. Sorry, I think he's got some front wing damage.
Oh, he is stopped off the track.
Yeah, he's missing a front end plate.
Indeed, we'll save the embarrassment and look the other way. Over to his teammate Cameron. Better start a lap. Let's see then, what can Cameron do? He's been quick in previous seasons, but for those of you that have not tuned in for a little while, he's had to go back to pad and ditch the rig. Not by choice, of course.
Oh no.
So he's not quite as fast as he was.
I'm sure he's been getting in a lot of practice though to try and make up for it.
Well, time will tell. 1:29.3 is looking to beat them.
Sets a purple first sector. Well, says it is. Not too sure with this game anymore.
That's very true, yeah. Sometimes it just tells you what you want to see.
Yeah.
Turns 10 11 then, probably one of the trickier parts of the circuit, followed by that horrible break-in zone underneath the bridge that is gone.
Ooh.
Bit of a lock up there for Cameron.
Yeah.
Of course, the track has been reprofiled this year, and I'll be honest, I couldn't tell you where because I don't know. Other than that looks a bit different. Other than the bridge is missing, unless I'm not mistaken.
I can't say I really noticed. I wasn't really paying that much attention. I can't.
Yeah. Where he's just gone through, that's now straight. It used to go under the bridge. That's now gone.
Comes around the final corner. Oh, it's not. I don't think it's one of his best laps, but
no, not one of his best. We got LDR coming over the line. 130.2, top 4 for LDR Gaming, not bad. Ryan's still yet to set a time. He's often quite near the front of the field. So here is where it's changed. It used to go on a bit further, or turn, and then it used to cut in to the left here, and then go around under the bridge. But now it just goes straight ahead.
Oh yes.
Straight to this right-hander. I didn't race it, so I had completely forgotten it in all honesty. Let's see then what times you're going to set. It's looking quick. 129.4, just a tenth slower than Yellow. A good, brilliant time for the Alpine driver.
Ivan Beloff is on his first hot lap.
Yeah, just him and Martin yet to set a time. Obviously Martin clipped the wall at some point, as we saw.
Yeah.
So we have a car facing the wrong way. That is Cameron. Not too sure what's going on there. So he doesn't get him way of Ivan when he catches him. That's all's fine. And then heavy braking zone. And on to the DRS straight then. Which, judging by the map, oh no, that's just the flag, never mind. Navigates nicely. Just a couple of corners left to go then for Ivan Belov. He's targeting that 129.3. Let's see what he can achieve. And it is a 129.5. Which puts him third fastest. Not a bad time at all.
Only 9/10 split first to 6th. So it's looking close up there. And then there's a bit of a drop down to 7th with 1.2. But still 7 minutes left of qualifying.
Yeah, I don't doubt those at the front can go a little bit quicker just yet. Let's see then, can Martin avoid clipping his front wing this time and set a better time? Well, set a legitimate time, should I say. He is flirting with the walls around here.
He's definitely pushing the limits of the cars. But how much will it help him?
We'll have to wait and see. Got Ambient Man in the chat saying that he enjoys the risky tracks. Ones where it is you give all or nothing. They do make for some spectacular moments of spectacular racing. We will see if this race is filled with a few, but then Martin, one corner left to go, and it's going to be a 130.2 then. And that now puts 8 people within a second of each other.
As Ginger Tiger puts himself up into 4th place.
Just 7 1/1000ths away from Luke Bailey. Crazy close. I think the next one who's going to be starting his lap is Ruddo. He throws the car around that final corner. Let's see then, what can he do? Navigates the first couple of corners quite nicely. A bit of a heavy braking zone into the right-hander. Take as much track as possible, so he can take his wide exit and carry as much speed through the corner as he can, and then into the first DRS straight of the lap. Another then 90-degree left-hander, and he is a 10th up on his time, and crucially a faster sector. There's a little bit of a connection issue there, but that might just be my end. The second 90-degree turn, followed by a third into the most technical part of the track. Turns 10 and 11, which he navigates with ease into the heavy left-handed braking zone onto the second DRS straight. And the time's still looking good. Let's see what his second sector's going to be. He is still a 10th and a half up on his time. And also a purple second sector as well, so maybe he just didn't have the best third sector in his first run. Not that there's many places to make a mistake, just a little bit of a chicane here where you could obviously run a little bit deep, or even clip the wall on the exit, as he does exactly that. And then he will put the car in the pits. Yeah, exactly. I shouldn't have said anything. He did exactly that.
Spectator curse continues.
Looks like all the drivers are opting for 2 runs then tonight. Not enough time in such a long track to get a third run out by the looks of it. We'll watch the parade lap of Matty whilst we wait.
So would you say you like this track? Was it up there or happily skip?
No, I quite like this track. Yeah, it's a fun track. I agree with one of the guys in the chat. I do like the tracks where you've got to lay it all on the line. There's no room for error, and it just makes it more exciting.
Yeah.
I also have a brilliant memory of this track with Louis, who races in Tier 3. My teammate actually. When he first ever raced this track, he had not long been getting used to racing with no racing line, and the turn before the bridge, which used to be, I think, turn 17 or 18, the left-hander, he would go on every single lap without fail, and he'd brake earlier and earlier and still just go straight on, so I always make sure I remind him of that every time we race here. I'm sure I'd be happy that I've shared it with everyone.
Yesterday with his race?
I can't remember, to be honest. I think he finished third.
I think he's up there for title contender at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, him and Trems are battling it away. Him, Trems and Scotty. I think Scotty, I don't know where Scotty finished. Trems finished a bit further down because he was caught up in an incident that we won't talk about.
Might have to come around the bridge corner then. Let's see what he's doing on his time this run. He's 10th up on his time.
Not going to see much improvement though with just a 10th. He's going to need to find some more time in the third sector.
But this could have been where he lost most of his time.
Could have indeed.
Can't say I... around with a 130.6, no movement on the board for him, unfortunately.
Yeah, probably going to be his last run as well. He's not going to have time to go in and out unless he charges on this lap and goes again. But I think that will be it for Matty Rudd. And near the back of the field, unfortunately, his league joins the chat. The Radar fan club has arrived. I won't let them know it's just one man big.
Ivan Belov. I feel like I caught that with a 0.2 better lap, but I'm super sure.
Sorry. Oh, he's really up.
5 tenths up on his time, Ivan Belov.
Oh, looking really quick. Sorry, Lee said he's still drying his tears from Las Vegas when Renault had his spin in the final lap. It was heartbreaking.
Oh no. All the times to spin the final lap.
It's not, is it? Yeah, redemption is on course then. Let's see, what is Ivan going to set? He's on for a pole here. A 129.1, and that will be provisional pole then by a couple of tenths. But there are still some quick drivers out there setting their times.
I'm sure he'll be happy with that time though. Big improvement on everyone else that they need to make to overtake him. As we watch Jelly come through Sector 2, and he is 1/10 up. It's not enough at the moment, but...
He's after the top 3 or the Ruddo fan club is disappearing.
Oh no. That's a big weight on it, Ruddo's shoulders tonight then.
Let's see, Yellow then, looking for a couple of attempts improvement, or not even that. What's he going to manage as he comes around the final corner? It is a 1:28.9. We are in the 28s, and that'll be provisional pole then for Yellow, but there's plenty more to come over the line just yet. We've got 2 AlphaTauris making their way around. Luke Bailey stays 3rd place, but does improve on his time. A 1:29.2 with Simon Palmer. Got 2 corners left to go. He's only just up on his time though, so it's not going to be too much of a jump for him. He's going to stay P7. And we got a few more drivers then making their way around. We've got Ivan Belov, who's not on a flying lap. Ryan, though, who could be on to upset Yellow's day.
It's 1.5 faster at the moment, going through Sector 2. But like we said before, we don't know if to believe that or not.
Let's see then, a couple of corners left to go with another car right behind him. One of the Williams drivers, I'm not too sure which one it is. But Ryan looking for that top step, 1:29.2. He'll see himself P3, definitely an improvement. Martin jumps to P6, which he will be much relieved about. LDR Gamer then stays in P9. He does improve, but doesn't improve that position. Ruddo, the one we've all been waiting for, up to P5 then. Not quite top 3, a little bit of work to do in the race, but not a bad time at all. Ginger Tiger coming over the line, and he is not improving. Oh, he improved in the final sector, actually, sorry.
Cameron Searle.
Will he finish at the bottom? He won't. P8 for Cameron Searle. And that then will be everybody. Luke crossed the line with a few seconds left to go of the session, but he's definitely not on a flying lap.
As he brings himself into the pits.
So what you see is what you get just inside the 1:28. Yellow on pole for the Singapore Grand Prix. Now we will have to politely wait for him to go into the pits.
1 second splits first attempt, unfortunately, from Matty Ruddy's. He's not had the best qualifying. Seeing himself 1.6 seconds off first place.
As they are just dragging the car into the pits, and then we will be onto the Grand Prix. He says. There we go. Do you want to take us through the final order then for qualifying?
Oh, I'm not very good with names.
Give it a go.
You're more than welcome to carry on, because I don't want to butcher anyone and then get mad at me later on.
No worries. We've got then Yellow on pole with a 1:28.9 in the Mercedes, his teammate obviously dropping out from last week. We've got Ivan Belov, the leader of the 2 Red Bulls, in P2, just a couple of attempts off Yellow. We have Ryan then in P3, Luke Bailey in P4, the Ferrari of Ruddo in P5, then we have Ginger Tiger in P6, the 2 Williams back-to-back, 7th and 8th. The partner of Luke Bailey down in P9, that is Simon Palmer. LDR Gamer in P10. Then we have Matty Rudd at the back of the field in P11. Just couldn't get it going in the qualifying. And Lee is asking what benefits come with the Ryan fan club, because he is low-key interested.
I've also noticed that Scotty's asked that Ivan fan club hasn't arrived.
You're hoping then for no rain, and it doesn't look like there's going to be any rain. I've got no fan club.
Everyone's got a fan club. They're just
Everyone
hiding.
indeed has a fan club. So, strategy then. What would you run?
It depends. I do like the hards to mediums. I feel like you lose a lot of the fuel. So you can take the mediums then with less fuel, less weight. So they're running a bit quicker. But then it all comes down to safety cars.
Yeah, I think the hard mediums is is always the fastest strategy, but it is the riskiest strategy without a doubt.
Yeah, especially around a track like this.
Yeah,
Many walls.
I think there's about 100% chance of a safety car around here at some point tonight.
Unfortunately, yes. And not with that, not with many drivers. It's gonna be a shame for someone, I think, or a few. But we'll have to see. Like you like to say, only time will tell.
Yeah, Scott, you're saying the benefit of the Ryan fan club is having freshly baked cookies and pastries for each race, as well as for your 18 plus members a few drinks, which is included in the team budget apparently.
Well, I feel like I'm joining a Ryan's fan club. Can't say no to freshly baked cookies.
Oh yeah, not the alcoholists, the freshly baked cookies.
Well, I didn't want to bring that bit up, but now you have. Do we know the current standings? Close fights going on, or?
Let me have a quick look. Where are they? Oh, we're going to have time actually. We'll come back to it if there's a safety car. 4 red lights then, 5 red lights, and we will be away for Yella on the front row. Doesn't look the best start for him. Ivan looked like he got a bit of a better start. Yella coming across to cover it out, but Ivan will take the inside line then down into turn 1. Yella might go for a switchback, and he's going to send it up the inside, just being given enough room. But Ivan Belov on those medium tyres is going to get the better exit. A good start then for the front 2, but Yella losing the position. Matty Rudd looked like he gained a couple, but then went backwards.
Very nice start for Ivan there, but I can't say I saw much movement between the field between the rest of the players.
So far then, Ruddo's moved up a position. Martin's moved up a couple as well. As I say, that Ginger Tiger going for a move on Simon Palmer side by side, then a little bit of contact. Ginger will live to fight another day in P6.
Unfortunate for Simon there. He could have used that to his advantage, getting in front of Ginger, as I know he's a very attacking player.
Yeah, Luke Bailey then, who came off worse from that start, lost 4 positions. But we will keep an eye on the drivers near the front of the field then, as Yella is chasing down Ivan. Looking at the tyre strategies, we got Ivan Belov then on the mediums, Yella and Ryan both on those hards. Ruddo on mediums, Martin on hards, and then the 3 behind him on mediums. Then it's Cameron and LDR Gamer on hards, and Matty Rudd at the back of the field on mediums. So a split strategy between the 2 of us here.
As lap 1 rounds off. Oh! I don't know if that was a connection issue from Cameron there, or if he actually slid off the track. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it looked like he went a little bit
wide.
wide.
In full control now, though.
I did see that in the background as well. These 2 front drivers then absolutely pulling away.
Fortunately for Luke Bailey, he's dropped 4 places from lap 1.
Never ideal, and also behind his teammate with that as well, as Matty Rudd makes a move up into P10. Importantly for Ruddo and his fan club, he has made his way up to P4 for now.
Is he?
Luke Bailey then trying to chase down his teammate, 6 tenths behind. Probably the closest battle on the field at the moment, other than the front 2.
Yellow on the hards, Ivan on the mediums. Is he gonna push himself, get ever so closer, rounding off the last few corners? With DRS coming enabled.
Yes, some incredible pace then for Yellow, keeping up with Ivan on the hard tyres.
As he goes fastest lap. Early doors, but
Yeah, importantly for Ryan though, he's managed to get himself back inside that DRS zone of Yella and Ivan, but Ivan looks like he's going to start running away now.
as I believe everyone other than Cameron will get DRS on the straight.
Yeah, it doesn't leave much opportunity for a move, but Yella will close that gap right up to 4/10.
As Matty Rudd takes Cameron on the straight with the DRS, obviously that must have helped him out a lot, especially being on mediums against hards.
Yeah, good move for Matty, climbing his way up the field, up into P9 then. Let's see what Yella can do. 8/10 behind in the second DRS zone. Ivan looking to step on the gas a little bit and try and drop Yella out of his DRS.
Fortunately, a lot of these DRS straights aren't that long, so it's very difficult to get your move off.
Yeah, it sort of just helps you keep up with the car in front rather than actually make an overtake.
Yeah, it's more corners, hoping someone makes a slight mistake.
Yeah.
Ivan tries to pull him out of his DRS, but I think he's just going to keep it inside.
Yeah, looks that way, but Yellow might have to look backwards rather than forwards here because he's got Ryan 5/10 behind him. But Ryan's he's gonna play the long game. He's got no need to make an overtake just yet. They're both on the same strategy. Doesn't need to try and do anything silly or waste any ERS.
Fortunately for Matty Rudd, he's obviously moved up that position, but he's nowhere near the DRS zone, whereas Cameron Searle will attack him. 2/10.
Yeah, right behind him he is. Could spell trouble then for Matty.
Could this be an overtake on the DRS? He opens the rear wing. But it's just not enough straight road, unfortunately.
He's going to have to wait for the next DRS zone, I think. As long as he can stay behind Matty nice and close, but he's falling back a little bit.
Ginger Tiger also pushing Simon out of his DRS, which will definitely free up some space behind him, as Luke Bailey will have Simon on the start-finish straight.
Yeah, interesting place to make a move. I wonder if that's a bit of team orders there and Luke Bailey feels he's the quicker driver.
And Matty Rudd picked up a 3-second penalty.
Yeah, not a good start. Only lap 5, there's a long way to go yet.
And Cameron will make the move on this first.
Ooh, the Rebel's going to go through as well.
Ooh.
And Matty Rudd losing 2 places in one straight.
Tight squeeze there, but he's made the move work.
Yeah, no doubt close, but Yella is still hanging on to the back of Ivan Belov. 3/10 behind him. Going into the next DRS zone. Yella going for a wider line here. Going to run out of road, I think. But can he do anything in the DRS? It doesn't look like he's going to get close enough. He's just going to have to stay in P2 for now.
Could possibly play in the long game, knowing he's got those hard to medium tyres. Using the DRS could save some life on him if he doesn't push too hard, but
well, exactly that. 5/10 then is the gap. The smallest of DRS straights on the start-finish line. 3/10 then is the gap. This is definitely going to be close enough for an overtake if he can hang on to the back of him. Wonder if those medium tyres are starting to wear a little bit. Because yellow looks like he's absolutely turning up the pace here. Ivan cannot pull away at all from him. And only 2.5 attempts. This is going to be an easy overtake then for yellow on Ivan Belov. He's going to go to the inside. Ivan Belov's not going to give this one up too easily though. He's going to stay around the outside as they go side by side then through the corner, and Ivan Belov will hold on to P1. Brilliant defence from Ivan.
Yeah, starting to see some action up front now, which is always good. As long as they're all keeping it clean.
Yeah, and the red Ferrari then down in P4. Close into the back of these three. Oh! Contact then between Ryan and Yella as we get a top-down view of that. Ryan running into the back of Yella. Not too sure what happened there. He lost a little bit of time.
Scotty has let us know that Ivan is P1 with 96 points. Ryan is P2 with 92 points, and Yella is P3 with 84 points. That's the top three in the standings.
So coincidentally, the top three in the race.
Luke and Ruddo, both on 49, and Martin close behind with 40, and Ginger with 39.
Well, let's see how the battle for this top three shapes up then, because Yella is falling a little bit behind Ivan now. After that attempt to move, Matty Rudd picking up a second time penalty. That's 6 seconds in 7 laps. That is not ideal for Matty Rudd.
No, not 7 laps into the race. It's really not gonna help him out.
Not at all. Yella 3 attempts then behind in the straight. Not going to use an ERS and just going to stay behind Ivan then. The Red Bull's got some serious straight line speed. He does look like he's quicker in the straights than the corners, that's where Yellow's making up a lot of his time now. And maybe that's why he struggled to make that overtake down.
I'm not too sure when the pit window is as well for the medium tired runners.
No, probably sort of looking to pit around lap 12, 13 I'd imagine. With the mediums probably then looking to run sort of 18, 19 unless they're going to go all the way to the softs. Or the hard, sorry. The hard runners going to lap 18 or 19 if they're going to go to the softs. We'll have to wait and see. Yeah, they're thinking for a move up the inside. Not quite close enough. But he is right on the tail of Ivan Belov. Ruddo is also right on the tail of Ryan. Could see some moves then being made on this next lap.
Now with everyone slowly falling out of DRS zones down the bottom from 7 downwards as well, the front 6 will slowly push further and further away.
And Yella, with DRS and ERS, just cannot find the pace to get ahead of the Red Bull of Ivan. Such a difficult track to make an overtake here. See if he can find somewhere a little bit unorthodox to make a move. So I think that's what it's going to take for the lead of this race. Oh! A little bit of contact. Almost run into the back of him there. Luckily no harm done. The front 5 or 6 even, all within DRS of one another, all pulling each other along. And Luke Bailey, after going ahead of his teammate, is definitely going quicker, but cannot seem to find a way to pull back towards this group.
Yes, unfortunately they couldn't work together with the DRS, because it does seem like there's a big pace difference between the two of them.
Yeah, exactly. Let's see then, Yella. Oh, a little bit of a snap round the corner. Didn't cost him too much time though. But I don't think 4 attempts is close enough then on this DRS straight. Let's see if he can do anything. The wing opens again on lap number 9. He's looking close. He's going to go to the inside. No, he's not. He definitely thought about it, but he just couldn't quite get alongside then.
Cameron Cyril here going to make a move on Simon Palmer, and he gets it off as they're still battling through the corner. A tiny bit of contact, neck and neck. Cameron just pulls ahead.
Brilliant racing from the pair of them, side by side. And no one going wrong, thankfully. Hopefully no damage either. But the battle at the front is very, very close.
But that's allowed LDR Gamer to catch up with them two battling. So we do have a fight for 8th place here.
Yeah, battles up and down the field. 8th place, 5 seconds behind. But Yellow's going to go for a move then. I said it was going to take somewhere a little bit unorthodox, and he goes down the inside of Ivan Belov into the second to last corner. Little bit of contact, but just enough room being left, and Yellow will take the lead then of the Singapore Grand Prix. But Ivan is only a tenth and a half behind.
With DRS now.
He's going to look to make a move around the outside. No, he's not. He's not quite close enough. But I'm sure also those drivers behind can smell blood. With Yellow taking the lead of this race, Ivan's going to be desperate to get it back on this straight. We saw he had some straight line speed. Let's see if he can regain P1. Yellow gets a good exit though. Ivan Belov is closing on Yellow. Goes to the outside. Yellow covers it off nicely.
Slight bit of contact both off the track, and Ryan makes his move past Ivan.
Ivan sending it back at the inside of Ryan. But he will lose that position then right up into P2. I said he'd be able to smell blood. Rodo sending it down the inside. Ivan not giving him much room. And Rodo might even lose the position because of that. No, he doesn't quite. But Ivan then losing a couple of positions in a few turns.
Yellow and Brian both P1-2 on the hards. This is looking better for him.
Makes you wonder if those mediums are starting to go a little bit. As Scotty's cheering Ryan on for the move. Luke Bailey making a move on Ginger Tiger, or it could be more that someone's gone around us as a yellow flag in the back of the field. Luckily they are underway, no safety cars just yet. But this is a close battle then between the top four. Yellow starting to pull away from Ryan, 7/10 ahead. Rodo chasing down Ivan Belov. Looks like Rodo's going to get the run here. Not quite going to catch him quick enough.
Your mic has gone a bit funny my end.
Ginger Tiger then into the pits. Is it any better?
Yes, there you go.
Okay. Strange. Let's see then, any movements in the top three. Ryan doesn't look like he's close enough to make a move. Ivan definitely isn't close enough, and Rodo's not close enough either. So the top four will stay as they are.
Ginger Tiger first in the pits. Will he pull off an amazing undercut here, or was it too soon for him?
Ow, I just hit my knee. Yeah, sort of lap 13 was kind of the lap I was guessing the mediums were going to go in. Ginger's gone in a little bit earlier than that. I'm not too sure exactly the strategy though. So it could be that lap 12, 13 is the recommended pit winner. Nothing's came up to say otherwise. Rodo then jumping off the back of him. But Ivan Belov is right behind Ryan, chasing down this DRS straight. But no one's close enough again for an overtake. Importantly though, Yellow is not pulling away after taking the lead. 14 being the recommended pit window yesterday according to Scotty, so 13 wasn't too bad I guess. Obviously the hards will go longer like you said. But the mediums are the ones we're interested in at the moment. Ivan Belov will stay out for a couple more laps you expect. Definitely looks like the Red Bull driver's using some lower wings.
As Matty Rudd will enter the pits as well, being the second medium runner into the pits.
Yeah, he's got a little bit of a deficit to make up for, so he's going to probably go in nice and early and try and claw back some of that time. Scotty's saying the undercut is a huge advantage because it is difficult to overtake round here. I can't remember what position he pitted from. I don't know if you do.
I believe he only lost what? Oh no, he lost quite a few positions.
Yeah, he's the only one to pit so
He
far, but I
was,
can't remember where he pitted from.
I believe he was 6th. He was ahead of Luke. He was ahead of the 2 AlphaTauris, I believe. So he dropped 5 positions, but obviously everyone's been quite close, so it's quite understandable.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see where he is once everyone's pitted. Because it is difficult to make an overtake round here. There's only really that one DRS straight where you've got an opportunity to make an overtake. If not, you've got to do it somewhere interesting.
If he can fire those hards up nice and early, start picking off some time.
Yeah, exactly. All the drivers staying out there, and I think Ivan Belov will probably pit once he falls out of DRS range of the couple ahead.
As Luke Bailey pulls himself in, and Simon Palmer as well. They're gonna.
Interesting decision for the AlphaTauri drivers. Yeah, double stacking behind one another.
Is there going to be enough time? I believe so. If you can get it done nicely.
Yeah, there's a big gap, but this game still has a habit of holding you for no reason.
Gone, and he's just. Oh, it's a very slow stop, unfortunately.
Yeah,
he got held up slightly. Ginger Tiger will take Simon Palmer, but he hasn't had Luke. Luke's had a great pit window.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Ginger Tiger stopped because of damage then and changed his front wing, because he is definitely ahead of Luke. Like you said, he was certainly not 6 seconds behind him, so I think there might have been a front wing change for Ginger Tiger.
No, he was about 5 seconds ahead, I believe. So.
Wonder if that's why he pitted early then. He was forced into pitting because of a mistake.
Matty Rod makes a move on Simon Palmer. Obviously with the cold hard, it's very difficult the first few corners to get anything going your way. Yeah,
exactly that. I think we might see Ivan in the pits soon. He is falling behind those two, and he peels into the pits on lap 13.
Ruddo stays out for one more.
Ivan Belov then, the first of the front runners into the pits. His teammate won't go in. He's on hards. Just Ruddo then left on the mediums.
I must say you were correct with the 13-14 range then, yeah.
Yeah, lap 13. Everyone bar one has gone into the pits on those medium tyres.
I must say they must be screaming at him at this point. He's been pushing to keep up with the front runners. And there's Martin. He's the only one in DRS other than Simon Palmer down at 11th.
Yeah, importantly though, Yella has pulled a second and a half to Ryan. So their gap is only likely to get bigger and bigger and bigger. The only one who might be able to put a stop to it then is Ivan Belov, who has gone for the undercut onto the hard tyres on lap 13.
I would believe Ruddo would pit this lap, but
yeah, you'd assume.
Can't be too sure on what his tyres are like. He's the one racing the car, so.
Well, he's not catching the driver's head, but he's not falling behind at all. As Ryan makes a bit of a mistake there.
As he will stay out for another lap. He's definitely pushing these mediums to his limits.
Yeah, interesting decision then for Ruddo.
Could this be a chance for Martin to pull a gap and possibly overtake Ruddo this lap?
He's close behind with probably the quicker tyre now and the DRS. Let's see if he can make a move. Doesn't look like he's gonna. He's not using any DRS to try and catch him. And Martin will stay P4 then for now. Looks like he's battling that car. Does look like though Ryan has had a drop of pace here. Yella has pulled almost a second. Matty Redder has left the session. I assume that's just a disconnection. Hopefully we'll be back shortly. Martin then 5 turns behind Ruddo, who is not in DRS range just yet, and you gotta think he's gonna come into the pits this time.
Yeah, it's definitely falling off the pace. His tyres, end of life. Will he?
So is he gonna go into the pits? He is indeed.
How far will this drop him down?
We're very close to speeding in the pit lane.
Says it is a very long pit.
Well, let's see where Ivan comes, is in relation to Ruddo, because he was just ahead of him when Ivan pitted. It definitely looks like he's going to jump him here.
But there's still a very long way to go for Ruddo as Ivan Belov comes screaming past.
Yeah, quite a difference that's made.
As Luke Bailey has also jumped Ruddo.
Yeah, so almost 5 seconds then Ruddo has lost staying out that long on Ivan Belov. So Ivan Belov is going to be looking at those front two once they pit. Of course they will come out on quicker tyres. But we saw it wasn't easy to make a move on Ivan Belov, so this could make it interesting for the last few laps.
Fired up as well. The first lap of the mediums might be tough for those front runners.
Yeah, they might even be behind by the time it comes to it, but 3.5 seconds ahead then, Yella on Ryan. Martin being released by Ruddo to go and chase after Ryan. But for now the drivers are quite spread out.
Yella now pulls 3.6 seconds. As he will enter the pits though, lap 15.
And Mike Rudd has rejoined. Yeah, half the race then on those hard tyres. Or just over.
Oh, not. Is he going for a severe undercut though?
Well, he might be pitting first to protect that position. Let's see where he comes out in relation to Ivan Belov. Ivan comes round the final corner. Yella is making his way out of the pits. But I think Ivan is going to come ahead.
Close with these corners. Is he?
So Ivan Belov then, over 2 seconds ahead of Yella. That means that Ryan is going to have some work to do if he wants to try and win this race. Like Yella said, he might be waiting for the softs, but the time he's going to lose on those hards, I just don't know if they'll be worth it.
We have the front three now left to pit. Obviously 2 Williams up there, so one of them's going to have to go an extra lap.
Yeah, Yella's going to want to try and dispatch of Luke Bailey as quick as possible, because it's going to be hampering his chase on Ivan Belov. I'm sure Ivan Belov won't care though. Sitting into the DRS zone. Can he make a move on the AlphaTauri driver? He's definitely looking close. He's going to go to the inside. They're going to go side by side, and Yella will make the move. A little bit of contact, but the move will be made. But he's not giving it up just yet. Yella will stay ahead then.
Ryan and Martin will both pull themselves into the pits, leaving only Cameron left as the final pit stop.
Ivan Belov, importantly, fastest man on track as well. Oh, I say that Rudder goes a little bit quicker. But importantly, these two are miles ahead of Ryan and Martin, who are coming out on the medium tyres. And staying out those couple of laps has really costed Ryan. He is a long way behind Yella and, well, Yella and Ivan. And importantly, he's gone to the mediums as well, not the softs.
Luke Bailey still just holding on to the DRS of yellow there, hoping to drag him around the track and keep him up there, but as I say that, he's slowly slipped out.
Yeah, Ryan then lost nearly 10 seconds to Ivan Belov, and just about the same to Yellow. Yellow did come in the pits sort of 3.5 seconds clear, but certainly not nearly 10. It's an interesting decision from Ryan, and it's going to give him a lot of work to do. And he'll start that work now around the outside of Ginger Tiger. An easy move. Ginger Tiger was not going to fight that one for very long. The important battle, though, is going to be round 2 of Yellow versus Ivan Belov. Cameron does come in the pits. Ivan Belov will inherit the race lead, but Yellow is quick behind him. Not much ERS to play with, though. For Yellow, Ivan obviously won't know that just yet.
Definitely been pushing a lot to close that gap between them.
Oh, contact.
With the mediums now being up to temperature, you should be able to make some light work of this, but Ivan's definitely not going to give it up that easily. He has the inside line here, which would definitely help him.
Oh, contact with a wall for the Mercedes. I don't know if there's damage.
Definitely looks like he's got both his end plates still.
They are side by side battling then, these two. And Ivan Belov looks like he will hold on to that lead then for now.
Oh, as Jell has a big snap there, giving chance for Luke Bailey to finally catch up.
Yeah, I don't think there is any damage, and I hope there's not to Yellow's car. That was some tight and close battling between the two of them. It's not an easy track to leave a lot of space on. As we do have our second penalty then for LDR Gamer. He is the second person to pick up 3 seconds.
As Martin will make a move on Ginger Tiger for P6 there.
Yeah, that tyre advantage being crucial here, but Yellow might even go for a move into turn 1. Only 2 attempts behind Ivan Belov. He's going to get the DRS and hold on to that outside line. Ivan Belov will not make it easy for him. A little bit of contact, but that was Ivan's corner all the while.
Oh, right on his gearbox. Oh, a little snap for Ivan there.
Yeah, this could get a little bit messy here. Yeah, it's right on the tail then of Ivan Belov. There's going to be another chance for him to go ahead. To the inside again then.
Line again.
Giving each other space. Oh. Now this is getting a little bit tasty, and for those of you in that Ruddo fan club, he's just behind these 3 watching them battle. He's going to pick up the scraps if anything happens.
His fan club might be here next week still, but as long as he keeps it nice and clean.
Down the inside then, Yellow goes for it on Ivan. A little bit of contact. A lot of wheel banging going on.
He will get ahead with the DRS to help push him along.
And Yellow does take the lead then over Ivan Belov.
But you will notice all that flashing coming from the back of Yellow's car.
He spent all that ERS trying to make that move. Camarcel then overtaking Simon Palmer again now that he's got those mediums up to temperature. Ivan Belov's going to get 1 or 2 chances to take this lead back, or I think it will run away otherwise.
With all that fighting though, Yellow's definitely done some damage to his tyres. Will they be able to last the final 10?
Yeah, let's see, but Ivan's falling away from Yellow then. He's going to be just inside DRS for now, but I don't know he'll be inside for the next one. Ruddo right on the tail of Luke Bailey, going to look to go to the inside. Oh, he doesn't quite, he does have a think about it. Gets a far better move through the corner, round to the inside then. He's going to go for a move on Luke Bailey. Giving each other plenty of racing room, being nice and respectful. Ryan right behind these two as well. Cameron making a move on LDR Gamer, who is carrying a 3-second time penalty. Mighty Red and Simon
Yep.
both in the pits again.
Could that possibly be damage?
I'm not too sure. But I am sure of us, Ryan is going to want to get past these two as quick as possible.
Yeah, it's now pulled a nice 1.4 second gap, 1.5 as I speak. But Luke Bailey being left with no DRS, this is Roddo's chance to now take the move on the medium tyres.
Yeah, let's see what he can do.
He can just string together some nice corners here before the next DRS. But it looks like Ryan's just gonna be option.
My headset decided to crash on me, but Roddo then to the inside of Luke Bailey. He's not going to battle that one too much. Ryan closing right up on Luke Bailey as well, but can't quite make a move done. He's going to go for it on the inside. Oh,
Contact.
Yeah, that was not a good move for Ryan. It's going to result in the overtake, but I'm not too sure how clean that was. That was a little bit naughty from Ryan, it must be said.
But Roddo does put himself up into P3 here, which is good for his fan club, I guess, and good for himself.
Get a Roddo up on the podium positions, but Yella is absolutely running away then with this one. And Ryan's nowhere nearby to chase him down.
No, unfortunately, with that little... Oh, as we have our first retirement, Matty Rudd retires in the pits.
Yeah, no safety car just yet. Matty Red does retire in the pits. He was carrying 6 seconds worth of penalties at the back of the field, so I'm not too surprised.
I believe it got pushed up to 9.
Oh, really?
I believe so. I could be wrong.
Yeah, probably time to call it quits then.
Yes, he was up to 9 seconds. So, obviously not the best race for him.
No, let's see then. Luke's going to lose another position here. Martin's going to fly past, so Luke is falling down the order here. Ryan, though, is right on the tail.
Yeah, he has pushed himself back up to that DRS. Biding his time.
Can hope for a bit of a cleaner overtake then for Ryan. Ooh, a bit of connection problems here. Matty Road has called it a night. He's going to have an early bath. So Ryan versus Roddo fan club according to Scotty. Let's see who's going to come out on top then. DRS zone for Ryan. I think he's going to be close enough for a move just yet. Hamilton versus Verstappen is about to be a war on track between Ryan and Roddo. Ryan might even look for a move here.
Still will go for an inside move on Ginger. It's still very neck and neck, as I believe Cameron is just ahead. We'll have the inside line, and he does make the move stick there for P7 for Cameron.
And meanwhile, Roddo goes behind Ryan, into turn 1. He didn't really battle that one too much. Maybe he wants to DRS for this next straight then. Just can't let Ryan run away too much.
But all the time, Martin slowly closing the gap with him.
Yeah, a bit of a snap for Ryan. It's going to give Roddo a chance. Just not sure he's quite got the straight line speed here. And he isn't quite going to catch Ryan. Roddo then's going to be pushing to stay in the DRS of Ryan. Or Ryan will just run away. He's got Martin behind him as well, looking to make a move. Ryan, 2 seconds then to close down to Ivan Belov. Certainly a gap he is capable of closing, nonetheless. I think. Unless there's a safety car, Yellow might be running away with this race.
It's definitely seeming that way with a 5-second gap now. He's definitely got some great race pace.
Yeah, 6 seconds, but Ruddo is holding on to the back of Ryan. He's not letting him run away too much, but he does have Martin behind him, like we said, so he's in the middle of a medium sandwich. But the tyres might slowly come back to him on those hard tyres. We saw sort of 8 laps in, Yellow was getting the advantage on Ivan Belov with the tyres, so possibly this could come back to Ruddo in a couple of laps. So I don't think this battle is over just yet, as he stays right behind Ryan, Martin behind him as well. He's just going to hold position here and not do anything too silly, because he does know those tyres will come back to him.
We're starting to see a bit of Ivan in front on the corners as well. Ryan's definitely picking up the pace for the three of them. Will it be enough to get himself into DRS to help him pull himself along though?
Yeah, they're all catching Ivan Belov here. Ivan losing a few, well, over a second. I think maybe there was a mistake on that last lap. Ryan will be screaming for Ivan Belov's DRS though to stop a move from Ruddo. Ruddo meanwhile will be hoping he can get the move done before that happens. 3 tenths between the two of them. Just 1.1 between Ryan and Ivan, or that might even drop to under a second now. It does indeed. And this is where it's going to get interesting, I think. Yellow's just going to run away once these three start battling. But it could get tasty back here.
This is a fight for second place now. Ryan's amazing race pace, but how hard has he been pushing those medium tyres? Was it too soon?
Yeah, we will see. Definitely a podium on the cards though for Ruddo still. Much to the delight of Bruce in the chat. Ryan right behind Ivan Belov. Ruddo closely behind as well. And it does look like Ivan's going to be holding everybody up.
And this does look like it's the only fight across the board as well. Everyone else, I think, just looking forward to the finish of the race for their points, but
yeah, I'm hoping that Ivan didn't pick up any damage in his little skirmish with Yellow, and that's why he's lost all this pace. Because
I did forget about that.
Ruddo's looking quite quick compared to Ivan, so I'm wondering if maybe that has something to do with it. Sam straps on the softs. He's going to go for the fastest lap and take that point away from somebody. I'm not too sure. I think Yellow might have it at the moment.
I believe it is Yellow.
I think he said it on those medium tyres.
If I remember correctly. I will take a quick look.
It's kind of Cameron actually with the fastest lap, 1:31.9.
Oh, it is.
Let's see then, Ruddo might have to look to defend rather than attack here. He's got Martin a lot closer than he is to Ryan. But he will have the DRS still. As Ryan will look for a move on Ivan Belov, but we've seen Ivan Belov has some very low wings. Perfectly set up for these straights. Ryan gets a better line through the corner. Only 2 attempts behind then. Is he going to make a move on Ivan Belov? He's going to go to the outside, which will become the inside line. And move will be... Oh, contact!
Ooh.
And that allows Ruddo through on Ivan Belov. Ivan into the back of Ryan. Oh no.
Oh no. Ivan is...
That's going to cost Ruddo some time on these two ahead. We're going to have to get a move on if he wants to get back in the DRS with these two.
Simon picks up another.
Oh, and Ivan's hit the back of Ruddo again.
Oh no.
He's getting a little bit desperate now.
As Luke Bailey now brings himself into this fight. Could possibly get the extra points off Ivan. Especially seeing Ivan's race pace drop and definitely There's got to be some sort of damage.
Oh, there is damage now. Martin straight in the back of Ryan, and I saw the side of his front wing come right off there. He's not going to pit, but there was definitely damage in the background. You can see an end plate on the left-hand side missing. Ruddo should get an easy move then on Martin here. He's not going to go for it just yet, but he's definitely going to have the pace advantage. Martin goes straight on, and that is going to cost him a lot as he ran straight into the back of Ryan. Ooh, almost a dangerous rejoin there.
Ruddo now pushes himself back up into the podium positions. Can he pull away from Ivan Belov here, having the 2-lap fresher tyres on Ivan?
Yeah, Ruddo knowing he has the pace advantage on Ryan. He was right behind him all the time. Yella is gone in the wind, but this could still be P2 yet for Ruddo.
Ryan's front wing does look intact, but the bigger picture might say something else.
Yeah, it looked like he had contact with the wall, and he's not looking mighty fast, but I can't see any damage. Martin then picked up 3 seconds.
3 seconds, which won't do anything to the standings, but if he does get in front of Cameron, he will obviously lose those points. But with a second and a half, 3 laps to go.
Yeah, sort of race over them for Martin. Scotty pointing out that possibly a P2 on the cusp for Ruddo, even if it does end as it is, possible Ryan may end up in the stewards for that move he made. I think it was on Ruddo. Or maybe Luke Bailey actually, the contact on the side pod.
Oh yes, when he had his pit, yeah, I believe that was Luke Bailey.
Is Ruddo going to go to the inside? He's going to stay behind. But he is right on the tail of Ryan here.
He's going to see himself into this long DRS straight with Ivan Belov right on the back of the gearbox as well.
Yeah, it could be possibly a double overtake on Ryan here. So he looks like he is struggling for pace. Let's see then, what can Ruddo do? He's got the DRS open, he's got the ERS on, he goes to the outside line. Move made before the corner. Ruddo then is up into P2. Ahead of Ryan, Ivan Belov just behind him.
Cameron Cyril does overtake Luke Bailey as well, putting himself up into P5. It's an interesting last few laps now.
Yeah, Cameron Cyril right on the tail of Ivan Belov as well then, so Ivan Belov could be looking to go a bit further backwards.
As Ruddo is now at the lead of the DRS train for the last couple of laps around Singapore.
Yeah, 2 laps left to go, 8 tenths between Ryan and Ruddo. Ryan a little bit of a snap out the corner. Ivan Belov 6 tenths then behind Ryan. Possibly with damage from all that contact. Can't see anything on the car, but both him and Ryan seem to have lost pace ever since their little scuffle they had. And Ruddo's going to be pushing to break that DRS, which he does.
Definitely now trying to get this P4 position over Ivan Belov.
Yeah, at one point they're all at loss for Cameron, but he's made a brilliant comeback. And he could even be on for a podium here. He's got 2 slower drivers up ahead, Ryan and Ivan, possibly both with damage.
And possibly in the steward's office later on tonight.
Oh! I
Yes,
don't think there's any damage.
the wall there, but it doesn't look like he's been affected by that.
No, Cameron to the inside then of Ivan Belov into the corner. Ivan going a little bit deep. But Cameron will be ahead. Ivan will send it up the inside. Not much room left for Cameron, but he will have the inside line then into the corner. Ivan does force him a little bit over the curb, but he will still have that front wheel alongside his rear. Ivan Belov then will confirm that position. But
it's yellow.
I think it's Simon Palmer. It's not
Oh,
yellow.
it's not. It's Simon Palmer. Oh my god. Oh, my heart.
I did also jump forward as well. Cameron's still all over the back of Ivan Belov. Is he going to go for a move?
2.5 second gap, which is absolutely lovely for him.
Yeah, Ruddo's going to run away with P2.
As long as he keeps it nice and clean now on the track. Knows he doesn't need to push. It's the fight for P3, the last podium position.
Yeah, into the final lap. Oh, Ryan picks up 3 seconds. Ivan runs wide as well.
Which will put Ivan into P3.
Yeah, we'll do for now.
Ryan down to P6.
And that is not what he wants, and with a potential penalty pending as well later on. Not ideal for Ryan. Ivan blinking away, then he's got no ERS left to use, so Cameron will go for a move then on Ivan Belov on the final lap.
Doesn't seem like he's got much ERS himself.
No, he's not. He's not quite quick enough to get ahead, but they are both going to jump Ryan after the penalties are applied. But that 3 seconds is going to cost Ryan dearly. Cameron is right on the rear of Ivan Belov. Just hope he doesn't go into the rear of Ivan Belov.
Oh, I think that was just a connection issue on my end then.
See, is he going to send it up the inside here? He's not. He's going to go for the better line. Luke Bailey picked up 3 seconds. Ryan will be relieved about that, but Cameron's going to have a run here on Ivan Belov. He's got more ERS to use, but he's not quite quick enough. Ivan Belov is going to hold on to that P4 for now, you think? As Yellow crosses the line in P1, a brilliant race from him, really unbattled in the end. Ryan got caught up in too much, and happily for Lee, Roddo will come over the line in P2 on the podium.
A lovely race by Roddo there.
And Cameron will get Ivan Belov in the final corner. P3 then for Cameron.
Oh, lovely overtake there. To round it off, Martin crosses the line, but with a penalty, Ginger will take him.
Oh, it got very interesting in the last few laps there. It got a little bit scruffy, but always make for some fun watching. Let's then go to our race winner, Yella, in P1, 15 seconds ahead of the field. We had Roddo in P2. Brilliant result for him after qualifying in P5, and Cameron after qualifying in P8 sees himself on the third step of the podium. Ivan Belov then down from second to fourth. Ryan in P5, Luke Bailey in P6, Ginger Tiger in P7, Martin in P8 after that contact with Ryan near the front of the field. LDR Gamer in P9, Simon Palmer in P10, and at the rear of the field with the one and only DNF, Matty Rudd, in P11.
What a thrilling last few laps to that race though.
Yeah, may have only been 11 drivers on the field, but definitely plenty of action on the field, that's for sure. See if we can get the top 3 then in for an interview.
I did unfortunately miss Cameron's overtake on Ivan, but he made it work, he made it happen, and he's taken P3, which is great for him.
Yeah, that he saved that ERS then for the second to last corner, or third to last corner, sorry, the chicane, where he could go for probably a bit of a surprise move on Ivan Belov.
But with the few incidents we had with Ivan and Ryan, could possibly be some more. Couple of seconds added on, and they could lose a couple more positions.
Yeah, we'll have to wait and see about the interviews, the stewards. We've got Yella in. Cameron Sir will also be joining us.
As Scotty will be bringing fresh cookies.
Hey, it looks like you take him to the Roddo fan club this time.
Good thing I'm part of all of them.
Hopefully then be able to get all 3 in here. There we go. Just Cameron left to join.
He couldn't find the thing. Can you invite him? He couldn't find the group.
Who, Cameron?
Yeah.
I don't know what his PlayStation name is.
He doesn't have. It's not. It's on PC, isn't he?
Well, he's going to have to be using a PlayStation account to join the party.
Oh, I might be able to find that. Just let me invite.
Right then, let's go to Cameron first. Cameron, it looked like you weren't on for too much, but that second stint really proved you well, and a brilliant move on Ivan to take third place.
Yeah, that second stint was crazy. I thought I was potentially looking at Luke Bailey on sort of just pure time, and then I don't know what on earth happened at the front. I had Ruddo having a go at Ivan. I know it sounds like from the chat something else happened as well, but they all just suddenly dropped back. And then I think the fresher tyres at the end helped. That move on Ivan was actually completely accidental. He moved in the braking zone to defend, and then sort of in avoiding that, I ended up completely around the outside of him.
Yeah, brilliant move nonetheless. It looked like a little bit of battling ahead sort of helped you catch up, but I'm sure you'll take all the fortune you can get.
100%, yeah. It was lucky today. I don't think that was genuinely my pace, but I will take it. I will take it.
Yeah, can't complain at all. Any questions for him, Nath?
No, I think he drove brilliantly, to be honest. What did you think of the track? Was it, and the other drivers? Did you feel like you could have gone faster, or?
I should have gone faster. I think the medium's pace was close to what I should have done, but I had a setup issue that I was able to fix around the pit stops, but it just messed up the hard tyres, and then I was off the pace in the first stint.
I've also heard you're on pad now.
Yeah.
What's it like driving without the wheel?
Inconsistent.
One of us.
Inconsistent is all I can say. Yeah, it's where I'm driving it at the moment.
More than happy with a P3 then.
Yeah, I'm sort of driving on one input at a time. I'm either steering or I'm accelerating and braking. There's no overlap at the moment.
Well, it was a great drive from you.
Thank you.
Yeah, congratulations, Cameron. Let's go to Ruddo then. Ruddo, I don't know if you keep an eye on the chat, but you'll be happy to hear that Lee will be staying in the Ruddo fan club for one more race.
Lee is the founding member of the Ruddo fan club.
Lee threatened to leave the Ruddo fan club if you didn't finish on the podium tonight.
After last week, I needed something, but yeah, I'm glad that he's in for another week, and I'm just going to have to recruit Scotty as well. I think he's going to have to move over.
Well, I think after tonight he was interested.
I do believe he has already said that he will be joining your fan club.
That's it. It's growing. There's two of us now.
Well, it was a brilliant race.
Cookies.
It was a good race. Did you think you were going to be on for a P2 after the first stint?
It was a tough one because I was just sitting there behind the front three, saving my ERS, thinking I can use it. And then Ivan boxed probably a lap earlier than I would have thought. So I thought, obviously, with us two being on the same strategy, I just wanted to run a little bit longer. So when I came out and obviously had undercut Ryan and Martin, I knew they were going to come back, and then everyone just bunched up and it got a little bit fruity.
Yeah, I'm not sure fruity is quite the right word. I think it descended into chaos.
Yeah. Yeah,
Definitely.
I mean, I was just trying to be patient throughout the whole race. Like, when Ryan caught me, I didn't fight him. I almost sort of let him pass. I come off the throttle, let him pass into turn one just to go with him to catch Ivan. And then, Ivan's a tough racer. He races hard, and it's so difficult around this track trying to go side by side without contact. And I thought when we were both almost in the wall, I thought that was over. But then there was something that happened with Martin and Ryan, and then they obviously both picked up damage, and I just managed to catch him and go.
Yeah, I think either he is difficult to race, but he is always right on the limit of leaving just a car's width. But round a track like this, it does make it a little bit scary to go side by side.
Yeah, and obviously it was the same as last week as well. We managed to give enough space. I think I say, I'd have to look back at it, but I don't think there was enough space given, considering there was a mistake there. But anyway, look, P2, I'm happy with that. I'm happy that obviously Cam's up there as well. Matty had a power cut, and Daddy didn't want to do it anymore. So
is that why he left the first time?
Yeah, he had a power cut. So the chat was nice and quiet for a little while. But yeah, and well done to Yella. I think he obviously lost it today. There was no catching him.
Yeah, definitely a good race. Any questions, Nath?
No, once again, another brilliant drive. I could see you holding off there for a while, obviously being up there in the front runners for P2, obviously after Yellow run away with it with this 14-15 second gap or whatever it ended up on. But
yeah,
I bet you're more than happy with a P2 after that.
Yeah, I think after the first stint, I thought it's going to be maybe myself and Ivan fighting for that last podium, but obviously things fell my way, and I tried to stay out of trouble most of the time, and yeah, obviously paid off today. So yeah, I'm happy, especially after last week, the abuse I've had from family members and other people for silly mistakes. It's been good. No, really happy.
Well, congratulations to you on your P2.
Thank you guys, appreciate it.
Yeah, congratulations indeed, but we will go then forward to Yella, who is our race winner tonight. Yella, it looked a little bit easy after you got past Ivan Belov. How do you feel?
I feel tired. Yeah, it was a nice race. Obviously, had a really tough time overtaking Ivan. As Ruda said, he's a tough racer, and racing side by side on this track is nearly impossible. And we did it at some point. We stayed side by side for like a whole sector, and then I let him by again because there was no way I was gonna get out of it without damage. So I took the easy route and waited for another opportunity there. But
Yeah, it looked like a good battle between the two of you, just enough space being left, and it made it fun to watch. But once you had made that move, it did look like you were going to run away for that one.
Yeah, true. I had really nice pace, and I couldn't show it in the beginning. I was, of course, on a different tire. I still felt like I was faster, but obviously in the mediums he had more traction, so every traction zone he would pull away. For me, not enough to overtake him. So that was very hard the first stint. So I had to do an undercut, and then still didn't work. Still was behind, even behind Luke, and then I had so much more pace, but still it was very hard to overtake him, even with the mediums. So. Yeah, great drive. I don't even know what position he ended. I wasn't really focused on that at the end, but great drive from him.
Yeah, I think Ivan finished P4 in the end, just behind Camarasol, who made an overtake in the final corner.
All right, yeah. Okay, that's nice, because I need some points.
Yeah. Well, it was a good race, though, but there was a lot of battling going on behind, which just helped you run away with that one. Yeah,
I was actually hoping that would happen because I saw Ryan close in on Ivan, and I was like, well, that's going to be giving me a bit more time. And I also felt like I had a bit of a rough overtake on Ivan once, running him a bit wide, even myself, and then it's like I might get a penalty for that, but so I'm glad with the gap I have now.
Yeah, I did see that after the corner after the DRS straight on the exit. You both ran a little bit wide, but what's done is done. And it is a P1 for yourself. Congratulations. Any questions, Nath?
Just on that race start, obviously we noticed you got off the line a bit slower than you probably expected. Did that put any doubts in your mind for the rest of the race, or?
No, I did some race practice starts before because I usually am, I'm okay with them. But I saw he was on the mediums, and I was like, it stressed me out a bit. And then he got the jump on me, and then. I was a bit on his outside, so he had not the ideal line, so I tried to switch, but that didn't work. But no, it didn't really affect my whole race at all, because I was on a different strategy, and after a few laps I noticed I could keep up with him. So
Well,
that's it.
you know, once again, you know, P1, you can't complain with that, and with the gap you had, even if you do somehow end up in the steward's office later on today, you know you've got that gap, and it's definitely going to be a great race from you.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, congratulations then to Yella and also the top 3 drivers, Rado and Cameron. So, but that is all we will have time for then with the Invictus Racing League Tier 3, brought to you in partnership with Gridfinder and Venturi Studios. I've been Jabs9, alongside me, a special guest tonight, Melanade, also known as Nathan.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in, guys. It's been a great race.
And we will catch you all next week.